One day remains. Last day to grind.
You look anxious, Master.
Castor is so perceptive. When I glance over, she looks genuinely concerned about me.
It's fine. I'm not going to let that backwoods scoundrel get the best of me. See, you'll be fine because you're with me, Master.
Her smile makes everything all right. I can't help believing her when she says things are fine. But there's still something I need to ask her. Will she use her noble phantasm?
If you'd like to see it, but I don't need it to deal with this guy. Do you believe in me, Master?
Your ears are cute.
Huh? Okay, that's not really what I mean. But I'll do my absolute best if you'll believe in me, Master. Can I ask you a little favor? If you win, please praise me?
After talking to Castor, I feel like all the butterflies in my stomach have disappeared. I wish I could bottle this good feeling and take it to the battle tomorrow. For now, though, I'll finish my preparations. Ears cute. Taiga!
Ah, you found her glasses. Thank you so much. You've really helped me out. As a token of my appreciation, allow me to present to you this fabulous decorative plant.
I got a houseplant.
I'll be sure to give the glasses back to her, so don't worry about doing it yourself.
Look at those plants. We're just building a shrine to Tamamo. Ooh, good. It's an event day.
急増とはいえ実質は落ち着きますね、ご主人様。せっかくですから一服しましょうか。いろいろ嫌なことは忘れて、主に半端に2枚目のことなんて忘れて。っていうか、誰でしたっけ、今回の敵って。
Now that we're back in our room, a smile is back on Castor's face. Even though the poisoning put her in a foul mood, she seems to have put it behind her. In fact, you'd think the poisoning was ancient history. I worry that she's too ADD sometimes.
ご主人様、今私のことバカっぽいとか思いませんでした？
I dodged the question with a vigorous shake of the head.
ならいいです。私だって人並みの記憶力をしてるんですから。単にどうでもいいことは本当にどうでもいいだけです。
Castor pouts. She's sensitive to criticism, so she doesn't like her flightiness being pointed out.
それよりどうですか、ご主人様。聖杯戦争も2回戦目、一通り流れはつかめたと思うのですが、少しは慣れました？いえ、戦いもそうですけど、ほら、私の扱いもより親密に濃密にしてほしいなとか。キャン、言っちゃいました。私ったら恥ずかしい。
She's embarrassed? I'm the embarrassed one. Why Castor puts on this innocent persona, I have no clue. It's more faux than her fur. I'm getting used to being with you. I'm still not that used to combat. In fact, it may not even feel like second nature until the tournament's over. What I am getting used to is, well, the person whose soothing presence I'm taking for granted. Her strange take on things is often a breath of fresh air. I use this opportunity to thank her for being herself.
それはようございました。いや、でも、私の立ち回り、そんなに変ですか？っていうか、変って分かってるのに、ありがとうなんておかしいと思うんですけど。
She is right. I guess that makes me the weird one for taking such pleasure in her idiosyncrasies. I'd rather she speak what's really on her mind than obscure the truth.
そっか。ありがとうございます、マスター。でも、ちょっとだけ照れますね。
Castor murmurs her words. There's an uncharacteristic note of melancholy in her tone.
どうあれ、余裕が出てきたことはいいことです。そんなご主人様に、可愛いサーバントからご褒美というか、出血大サービスというか。
Oh ho!
ぶっちゃけ。
Aw.
ご主人様にもっと私のことを知ってほしいので、何でも疑問にお答えしちゃいます。
I thought we were in. Castor hands me something unusual. It's a calligraphy brush. She then produces paper and an inkstone. God knows where she got them. Seated in perfect posture, Castor flourishes her brush elegantly across the paper, writing.
Just one question, okay?
Wow, her handwriting is so girly, she's practically using hearts in it. Alright then. Abilities, the things you like, or your true name. What do you think, chat? Should we ask for gameplay stuff? Personal stuff? Or the most personal stuff? Chat's played this game before. They know answer 2 is the correct answer. Tell me about the things you like. I wonder what Castor likes to do. Does she have any hobbies? Any kind of information she can give me will shed light on her mysterious personality.
私の好きなものとか。もうご主人様ったらおとなしい顔して欲求がストレートなんですから。
Actually, it might be better to leave her a mystery. I thought Castor was just pretending to be bubbly, but now I realize her energy might be animal exuberance.
温泉旅行が好きですね。温泉がではなく、温泉旅行がというのがミソです。二人きりってのが重要です。あとは、お料理も大好きです。調理ではなく、愛妻料理というのが肝ですね。旦那様のありなしが重要です。あとは、プレゼントも大好きです。ご主人様が選んでくれるというのが最高です。でも、安物だったら悲しいです。
We have to get Tamamo a diamond ring. Noted. Okay, is it just me, or in anime is it always the pink-haired girls who are the frisky ones?
でも、考えてみれば、今の私たちも新婚みたいなものですし、私、こうしているだけで幸せです。ね、ご主人様。今はそれどころじゃありませんけど、もしお休みとかあったら、今の言葉を思い出してくださいね。私、全力でお弁当を作って待ってますから。プレゼントはあれば嬉しいけど、そんなのは二の次です。一番大事なのは、二人で出かけるってことなんですから。
I'm gonna go buy her that arts shirt. The arts t-shirt. That's the good present right there. Castor's sweet smile steals my breath away. I'll be the first to admit that I have no idea how serious she really is, but she sure has a brilliant smile. Good event. Get her a pillow. She at least needs to be more comfy. I'm working on it. I'm getting furniture one piece at a time. First we got some lights, then we got some plants. That pillow is definitely on the way. Definitely. Let's get some info on the Faceless King. According to Celtic tradition, during the festival of Beltane, people pray to the spirit of the forest, Jack of the Green, for the arrival of spring. I didn't tell shit. That told us nothing. Nothing, I say. Up, hey. Sherwood Forest. A forest located near Nottingham, England. It is a dense forest of ancient oak trees where at one time thieves were said to inhabit its depths. I love how if you had no clue at all who Robin Hood was, never heard any of the stories or anything like that, then all that the game has given you the info for is that he's from England and a forest. Not a lot to go on if you're just winging it. No Tosaka. Ronnie, you got anything to say?
Whether the outcome favors a 10 or more, the ripples cast by this event will change nothing.
You trade in Tamamo for Hokusai? Why would you want to downgrade? Taiga, you're still here. Today is the last day that you can get any grinding in. Don't think there are any events today out here. I guess we'll see. Again, I think that we're probably able to win this upcoming fight. We should be okay, I think. Thinking. Chat, think harder. Honestly, one more level would make it a lot easier, but I have confidence. I have a lot of misplaced confidence that I wish to show. Mostly because we're getting very little XP now per fight, and it would take quite a while to grind out the next level. I think we've got this. Look at that. It would take, like 27 of these to get another level up. That's a bit of time, so we're gonna go, take on the mysterious archer, who we couldn't possibly know the identity of. So let's go. Imagine grinding this in real time? I've done it before. I don't have to imagine it. That's why I'm saving you from it by speeding things up during the battles, because the battle animations can take quite some time.
Tomorrow's the Elimination Battle, Master. Not a single one of the nasty guy's arrows will hit you. So, tell me I've done a good job when the battle is over.
Alright, let's get in there. Yorokobe Shonen. Today is the Elimination Battle. I trust that your preparations went smoothly. I turned toward the voice coming from behind me. He wears the clothes of a priest, which in the end only makes his snide tongue more jarring. Come to the first floor when ready. You can do something trifling like stop by the commissary if needed. Apparently finished, he opens the door and lets himself out. In preparation for the Elimination Battle, I should go to the chapel and the commissary. Or I could go to my personal room and sort out my information on the enemy servant, and then once that's in order, I'll go to where Konomine is. The music has stopped. Alright, let's sort out our information and get our EX info on this mysterious servant that we couldn't possibly know who he is. Alright, let's review the information we have. Dan Blackmore. Our opponent this time is a veteran soldier. Since I could never hope to make up decades of experience in a week, he's clearly got the advantage. I'm the inferior master, but when it comes to servants, his servant's class is... It's Saber! It's gotta be Archer. That day in the arena, the servant fired a poison arrow at me. That kind of precise marksmanship was enough to tell me the enemy's class is Archer. It's also clear that said shot severed some kind of bond between master and servant. Dan forbid his servant to use his bow to fire poison arrows. That bow is his noble phantasm, called... The name of the noble phantasm that Dan forbid his servant from using was... the Yew Bow. The name of the servant's unerring bow is the Yew Bow. After Archer wielded it in the prep period, Dan utilized a command seal to disable its further use, telling him to fight fairly. Fighting face-to-face with honor and pride. Seeing as how Archer fought so differently in life, of course he doesn't get his master's values. The girl who helped me deduce that was the sky-gazing beauty from the third floor, Ronnie. With the remains of the Archer's arrow, she showed me the forest he held dear. The name of that forest was... Sherwood. Schwarzwald. Yes. E. Right, it was Sherwood Forest, and there's only one legendary soul who was active there. Robin Hood. There's zero doubt as to the enemy Archer's true name. Even with his true name and taking into account the discord between master and servant, can I win? Our servants are pretty evenly matched, so if I can step up my game as a master... Our servants aren't even close to easily matched. We have the superior servant in spades. Thanks for the follow, they bid. Welcome to the stream. Now, the fact that we're a shitty master and our servant has been summoned as like a fraction of their power does mean that we're a little bit weaker, but still. Let's take a look at the servant matrix since it's level E now. Alright, true name, Robin Hood. Character background. While the origins of the legends of the chivalrous thief who dwelt in the Sherwood Forest are a subject of constant and spirited debate, it is generally acknowledged that there was an actual person who held the name Robin Hood and that he died at the hands of his aunt, the prioress of Kirklees, who is believed to have bled him to death in the guise of administering aid for his wounds. However, many of the exploits attributed to him are a curious amalgamation of Celtic, Greek, and Druid mythologies. One of the most persistent of the Robin Hood legends identifies him originally as a faceless hero who was born from the prayers of residents of the British Isles. Weary of the seemingly endless incursions and invasions of their country, they asked the heavens for someone to fight off the foreign invaders. A concurrent legend pegs Robin Hood as a representation of the Green Man, a spirit of the woods who would carry out the actions and deeds that the common layperson could not. It was this belief that transformed the name into a title assumed by a number of nameless, faceless heroes who took up the mantle of protecting the people. Those who assumed the identity of Robin Hood then tend, they missed the D at the end, tend to be very conflicted young men. Incredibly virtuous and honorable, yet always working out of the shadows like an assassin or a thief. There seems to be a slight tinge of cowardice to their makeup. To cover the self-loathing that also seems to be part of every Robin Hood's personality, they all uniformly adopt a somewhat combative and derisive attitude. And though every person to adopt the Robin Hood persona truly values life above all else, they have little appreciation for their own. Like the original Robin Hood, he is under the protection of the fairies and is well-versed in the archaic lore of the Druids. And like all defenders of the forest, his knowledge of naturally occurring medicines and poisons is second to none. That's Robin Hood. Let's head to the chapel. Now, as for what I want to do, I want to do this and just raise magic to a B. B. When Tamamo casts a spell, I want it to hurt.
ご主人様からの魔力を感じます。この言葉には表せない経験値的なもの。ズバリ愛のランクアップと見ました。
Yay. Hello, fellow bees. What's the buzz? Alright, I have 8 remedies. I'm good on that. Tons of healing. A little bit of yakisoba bread. Let's get a little more. Yeah, I don't want either of those. What we're going to do is we're going to equip the Exorcist Blade so that we can stun against enemy skills. Alright, let's do a save. You will now enter the Colosseum and confront the opposing master. Are you ready? Remember, the only way to leave the Colosseum is to win. If you are ready, I will open the gate. Let's go! The way to the Colosseum is now open, young master. Man, I just want to say, his hair makes no sense with that artwork. There's like no... It's like his little Widow's Peak stuff just begins out of nowhere. He doesn't have enough hair for it. Alright, it's kill or be killed, let's go. Alright, let's go have a nice little chat with Dan in the elevator. Good chat so far. I'm gonna rate him 5 stars on Yelp.
Our opponent master is, how should I put this? Withered like dead dry grass. It must be too much effort for the grizzled old thing to talk, but I'm bored. Hey, servant, say something.
Huh? What's the point of talking to someone who's about to jump into their grave? Although, I am about ready to chew my arm off to get away from Grumpy here. And the guy doesn't even fart without a purpose. I've given up trying to make small talk with him. Hey, enemy master, why don't you try talking to Grumple Stiltskin over here? Got any hobbies?
Never has anyone, much less an opponent, asked me that question on a battlefield. Hobbies. Let's see. My wife is fond of gardening. I had a small, beautiful garden. There is your answer.
Don't you hate it when you're right? Like I said, the guy's a steel trap. Thanks for trying to pry him open.
Blah, this guy. He's so typical. He's in love with himself, but nothing's likable about him. He's got nothing on my master. The old guy is... well, he's decent, but his servant is plain rotten. He's just a mean-spirited little underling who totally does not deserve to look so hot. You call yourself a legendary soul? Why don't you switch positions with your master?
I wish. My master's so straight-laced that an atypical legendary soul like me gets tied up in knots. I'll let you in on a little secret. Not all of us legendary souls were noble in life. I mean, that would be boring. Oh, and on that note, careful you don't get nailed from behind again.
You know, only wretched people think the people around them are wretched. And really, from behind, that's the position pathetic cowards and hopeless weaklings attack from.
Don't worry, Robin. I can get her nailed from behind later.
Lucky for you, my kind-hearted master would never exploit your weak spots with my subterfuge skills. Oh, oops. It's a secret that I'm actually better at sneaky stuff.
What's this domestic strife I'm sensing over there? You don't care for surprise attacks, master? How far is too far? No foul play? No dirty tricks? Depends. That's the spirit. A clever person can turn anything into a weapon. This is gonna be a good fight.
Don't get carried away, Archer.
You call that getting carried away, master?
You're plundering our enemies for entertainment right before the battle. Yes, that is excessive.
Ding, correcto. If you don't like it, then go put on a helmet to match that armor and drown out the sound. But look, I want to talk to our enemies. Why don't you listen in, learn what kids these days are into? Because if you got any more ancient, they'd have to put you in a museum.
Your poorly phrased advice is duly noted, but mutual understanding will come on the battlefield.
You have no idea how to have fun. With all this killing, a guy's gotta unwind. A bowstring that's wound too tight snaps, isn't that right? I have nothing against having fun. Right? Life's hella hard, and then you die. If you don't enjoy yourself, then you'll just die miserable.
Will you never gain the proper attitude to fight?
Lighten up, master. Things would be so much easier for us if you just accepted life has fun parts. I'd go whoosh on that undefended back of yours. That's how an archer should fight. I have to be nimble on my feet. Chivalry and ideology are all stiff and would just slow me down.
Listen, Archer. You will fight as I direct.
Not again. Fine. I get it. Your wish is my command. That's my master for you. He can't keep his chivalry in his pants even with a kid like you around. I just wish he understood that not everyone can take pride in their lives. That feel when Grandpa can't keep in his pants around you? Feels bad, man. A sudden rumbling snacks me out of the spell my opponent's words had put me under. We're at the battlefield. The time to fight a warrior of unparalleled determination has come.
Let's go, Archer. The time has come to embrace the battlefield once again.
Time to dab on this nerd. You said it, Master. So run back to your hole, fox monster. Old man said, prepare yourself, and Robin Hood here said, just leave it to me, Master.
Uh-oh, I think we've got some sore losers on our hands, Master. It's already been decided that my gorgeous master will win this war, and I'll be the heroine.
You, the heroine? What kind of lame story is that? Daydream all you want, but in the real world, the strongest wins.
Duh, that's why I said we'll win. You're such an idiot.
I've had enough of you. Just die already. I've got enough arrows for you and your master both.
Let's begin.
状況開始する. Caster.
ぼちぼち始めますか.
Bochi bochi. Bochi bochi is, he's basically saying, oh.
あいにくこちとら人間でな。支払いは金貨にしてくれや。
God damn it, I'm so bad at listening to Japanese. I'm bad. I'm sorry. Alright, let's see. So he likes guarding a lot. Guarding and breaking are... Guarding, attack, and break are usually kind of in a cycle for him. So... This ought to be alright. Unfortunate. He guarded for like 4 turns in a row. Big extra attack. I tried. It's okay. We still did fine. Well, hey, seeing those breaks makes me feel confident in doing this. Oh, god damn it, the poison arrow. Damn it, she got poisoned. We're gonna have to cure that poison. Because it does a lot of damage. Alright. Throw that remedy up. Yeah, the poison is no joke. It's also why we defended all these turns. Because I knew this was coming. And if you are poisoned during that, then it causes the poison to ratchet up to like 700 damage, almost. 600 or 700 damage. Lots of guarding. Lots of guarding against Robin. Damn it. But we didn't get poisoned. Nice. Good. That's why we guard a lot. Because if you guard, you have a chance of resisting poison. Oh no, his damage against poisoned enemies is really good. We're gonna go ahead and heal here. We're gonna use Tamamo's skill there to guarantee a hit right after. Ah, he got me. He got me one. Ah, perfect. We're gonna go ahead and stun that by hacking them, which is perfect. Getting a good hack in feels so good. It feels so good to get a nice hack in. Oh, yeah. No poison arrow for him. This fight's going well. Eat butts, Archer.
やっぱ割に合いませんわ、こういうの。
その割には顔が笑っているぞ、アーチャー。
We're just gonna guard our way through. A free extra attack. It's nice when you get that. Oh. We are kicking butt. Absolutely stompity stomping. Dang it. He got me. Got me with that poison. Oh, critical break. Owie. He's got his Noble Phantasm for next turn. And our health is a little sketch for next turn as well. Unfortunately, I can't do both of these. Boy, this is a sketchy turn. This is a really sketchy turn. That last turn was really unlucky. No! Don't do it! Fuck! That's so unfortunate. I was just really unfortunate to get hit by the poison there, and then for him to spam break there. Oh, happens sometimes. Sometimes it happens. Early game Tamamo. Gotta learn his patterns for breaks. He doesn't really even have a consistent pattern. Servants don't have consistent patterns. Nani? But you were stunned! You bitch! Pop that remedy. Wall of Thorns. Magic damage. Oh, don't do it. Oh, come on. The RNG. Dude, like the odds of him using 2 breaks at all in a single thing is really low. Thor is just very unlucky.
あいにくこちとら人間でな。支払いは金貨にしてくれや。
油断するな。敵も相応の毒使いのようだぞ、アーチャー。
いきますよ。円形よ、走れ。
火力を上げろ。
助かるぜ。
Strength up. Hacker bands.
おい来た。死にな。
Wait, how did you even get that off?
こいつは楽勝だな、旦那。
まだだ。最後まで引き金から手を離すな、アーチャー。
I guess the stun didn't work. Hacker bands. Here, let's be more aggressive. There's the hacker bands. Stun that guard. Go ahead and heal there. Nani? What the ever-loving fuck? Why wasn't he stunned? Probably his luck. Unlucky. So he didn't get stunned and then he chose attack twice in a row to counter my breaks. And I got crit twice in a row. Feels bad, man. Uh-huh. He did 3 breaks in 1 turn. My luck is like negative 10 million. Negative 10 million luck for Thor. See if we can get a stun off. Hey, we got the stun. Almost luck F? Luck F is too good for me. We're gonna do a heal at the end of this. Good heal, good heal. Nice, get that extra hit in. Oh, I know about early boss fights with Tamamo. I'm doing one right now. I know that they're pain. Oh, we finally did it. Nice! No poison. At least there's visible progress, but it's slow. Yeah. Look, I've said it before, I'll say it again. If we were Nero, this fight would have ended like a million years ago. It would have been the easiest fight ever. Heck, even if we were Archer here, this fight would be quite easy. Tamamo's the only one that's going to struggle on this. Even a tiny bit. I'm going to throw an ether shard to heal at her at the end. Just in case we get taken for a couple hits or something. I'll take an even. Bitch. Damn it, it didn't stun. Are we poisoned? Fudge, that's really bad. No! Of course you did. Why wouldn't you? God damn it, we're gonna die again. Almost guaranteed after that turn. That's so unlucky, man. Well, wish me luck if I'm like hyper lucky with my choices here. Again, you cannot be poisoned when he uses this. Or you will die. No, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't fuck you, you input reading slut. I know you input red for that, didn't you? Ugh. Hackerman. Ah, man. Damn. Just trying to stay topped up.
これだけで死ぬもんだよ。
Fuck.
遅すぎだって。
Super fuck.
見えてるって。
Mega fuck.
100里を行くものは95ですよマスター。頑張りますね。
火力を上げろ。
助かるぜ。
立て直しだアーチャー。
Get that stun.
よく燃えますね。
Alright, now let's fix that poison.
じっくりと詰めていくぜ。
Because over an eighth of my health per turn sucks.
任せな旦那。生き物ってな、これだけで死ぬもん
Another
だ。
poison arrow, perfectly fine. That's why we're gonna remedy after that.
立て直しだアーチャー。
Big brain plays. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. It's just a problem of, even if you know what you're doing, it can be very rough. This is where we're going to throw heal and a break.
バリバリ呪うぞ。
遅すぎだって。
Yeah, I had a feeling. I had a feeling he'd get one of those in.
熱よ集え。
Oh, we didn't stun, so this is going to be a clash, or he hits me. Of course he hits me. Unfortunate.
やっぱ割に合いませんわ。
That feel when no stun.
その割には顔が笑っているぞアーチャー。
バリバリ呪うぞ。
Uh-huh.
生き物ってな、これだけで死ぬもんだよ。
Unfortunate.
遅すぎだって。
This is why we put a heal there. Oh, I wish it would have canceled each other out and done no damage, but this is...
いいだろう。仕留めるがいい。魔弾の射手よ。
up. That's the sound of their planning on doing his NP, so let's remedy. One of these is an MP. There it is.
我が墓地はこの矢の先に。
Luckily, this time I wasn't super low on health because I set myself up properly. I read that whole turn like a book. Good job. Good job, me.
落ち着けアーチャー。戦いはここからだ。
Stun against that attack, and this is where we're going to throw another Master Heal in, and that's our last Master Heal once I do.
頑張りますね。熱よ集え。
We're getting close to the end here. All right, we finish him now. The time has come for you to die. If somehow he's still alive there. Whew, man, these early servant fights with Tamamo are just rough. They just are. But we win. I said we win. Now die already, Robin. Sorry, that took a couple tries. Once again, Tamamo made of paper. To give an idea of how different it is for Nero, at this point, Nero has like 1.5 times the health of Tamamo, and you're building attack damage, so she's hitting for like, I don't know, like 500. Or at least close to it. So she's got more health and more damage and more defense. It's okay. It's okay. We're getting closer to mid game. All right. Now that my Johns are out of the way for my losses, let's continue. We deal the enemy a finishing blow. It feels like I'm watching in slow motion as Archer's chest is impaled. Dan Blackmore looks dazed. He's staring at Castor as if my servant is some divine being. My master has more ability and more determination than you, so how? No, Archer. It seems I still lacked experience. I doubted myself too greatly in this tournament. It seems having a reason to fight is not the same as truly believing in that reason. I never doubted my desire to be a warrior, but that life has given me regrets. I wanted the Holy Grail to bring back my late wife. What a silly delusion. My whole life I praised myself for giving up my individual feelings and aspirations, like a good soldier. Only at the very end did I dare to have my own goals and decide to abandon military life. I can't believe I was trying to fight as just a man. It was foolish of me to pit my pride as a knight against my feelings as a person. So foolish, I just wanted to get back what I had lost before the end. But I wonder which one I wished for. My late wife, or the person I was before I became a soldier. The elderly knight falls into silence. Both he and his servant start to disintegrate.
But I'm surprised in you. When you unleashed your final attack, you had no doubt in yourself. Even though you cannot describe what it is yet, there must be something that gives you a purpose. My wish, a wish to bring back the dead, was nothing to boast about. Though your trials are many, keep living, young one. Your struggles will steel your determination. Now I apologize that you have to see me like this, but I am at peace in my defeat. Because for the first time, I am the ground from which a youth with a bright future might grow.
His final smile was beaming. Dan Blackmore's face was no longer stern, but kind and grandfatherly. I knew I wasn't cut out for a fair fight. You needed someone better than a charlatan like me. I'm so sorry. Another servant wouldn't have failed you like this.
No, I am the one to blame, Archer. Restricting your actions was selfish and damaging to your dignity.
Bit late for that now, Master. You have no idea the torment you've been putting me through. And why are you apologizing anyway? You're making me sound like a moron here. And why would you care about me? Whether we win or lose, I still vanish at the end. I mean, I did have a wish of my own, but I was more interested in having a good time. Gotta tell you, it's been rather boring to fight for you, Master.
There is something else to apologize to you for. A warrior's pride must have held no value to you.
As long as I don't have to do it every day, it's a decent change of pace. Boring as it's been, playing knight was a healthy thing for me to try, you know? Well, although I was never given a chance, I've always wanted to try being a badass knight. Dan's Archer looks down as if in embarrassment. He mumbles under his breath as if he doesn't want us to hear. So, really, don't apologize. We had a good run, and there's nothing to feel ashamed about. Jeez, I didn't even think I'd be able to pull off a single battle in this stupid tournament. In life, I had everything I wanted. Wealth, fame, friendship, success. But a fair fight was the one thing I never had. So it's okay. I finally did something I was never able to do. Like he said, it was the end. Moments later, he vanished. He looked at peace. He lived his life in the shadows, protecting his village without acknowledgement. In his final moments, it seemed that he found a way to get beyond the bitterness he felt.
I'm sorry, and thank you, Archer. Hakuno, could I trouble you to listen to the dying words of an old man? From here on out, no matter what enemy you may encounter or who you may have to defeat, feel it, think about it, process it, accept your doubts, but do not be crippled by them. Above all, accept the consequences of your actions and turn all you learn and feel into strength. If you wait until the end to think, you'll end up with regrets. And if possible, I'd like to get meaning from your battles. Through combat, find the reason you fight, the reason you can't lose. Find your answers. It's your responsibility to have the answers when you survive this war. Do you understand, Rising Star? Don't forget. Finally, I'll be able to see her again. It's been too long, Anne.
He whispers a woman's name. It's spoken in a hopeful tone. With his answer warming his heart, Dan Blackmore disappears. At the end of the day, Dan definitely could have at least beaten us in this war. Maybe not win the whole Holy Grail War, but at least beaten us if he would have let Robin Hood act as he pleased. Oh well. Too prideful.
I hope nothing I said threw you off. Victory was yours in the end, though, Master. The worst part about being young is having old people lecture you. Who needs to hear lectures about motives or being prepared? The only person who gets to decide about having a motive is you. Maybe you have a noble cause, and maybe you don't. Actually, it's more freeing to have none at all.
Although Castor may not like it, I think it's a good idea to have goals and to be prepared. To crush another person's motive, dreams, and life is what it means to take part in this war. To kill those who don't want to be killed.
Hey, Master, you listen to what that old guy had to say. I have no idea what he was saying. Did you learn anything?
Did I learn anything from my fight with Dan? I don't know.
I knew it. I knew that's what you would say, Master. You and I think alike, Master. We won't have any trouble with the next battle at this rate.
The next battle. Right. There's a third round, and then a fourth, and so on. I'm still kind of lost. But if that's the path before me, then I owe it to the lives lost so far to keep fighting. Right or wrong, that's one way to think about things. And with that, the old man is down. The Faceless King, a king without form who, according to Celtic tradition, appears in the May Day festival that follows the festival of Beltane. He is also seen as a personification of nature who uses copious amounts of green and brown in his coloring in his clothing in order to completely blend in with his surroundings. That's what allows him to blend in and become invisible. Subversion. This skill allows one to seriously reduce their enemy's might before facing them in battle. It is an ability used by those who have mastered the art of setting traps. Upon achieving an A rank in this skill, one can disable almost 60% of their enemy's forces before they get the chance to advance. However, the higher the ranking of this skill, the lower one's reputation as a hero becomes. And finally, Robin Hood. Just one of the many young men to take up the title, this particular incarnation was a virtual outcast, living on the fringes of the village located near the spot where his parents had died. Almost against his will, he was caught up in a battle to repel an attack by a nearby lord's army and successfully led those who fought by his side to victory. As he never identified himself during the course of the fight, he was referred to as the mythical Green Man by the villagers he had helped save. The only child of a wandering druid, he was orphaned at a very young age when both of his parents died suddenly. As the son of a druid, he instinctively knew how to survive in the forest and was able to communicate with the spirits known as fairies. It was this ability that made him an outcast in his village, as the villagers were suspicious of his powers and accused him of being possessed. Although the villagers held no love for him, nor he for them, he felt obligated to help them in any way he could. With his successes against the tyranny of the local lords to spur him on, and the hopes and wishes of the villagers pinned to his deeds, he took up the bow and mantle and became the latest incarnation of Robin Hood. And like those who came before him, he dressed in clothes of Lincoln green, armed himself with a bow of yew, and surrendered his identity and true self for the good of others. However, no good deed goes unpunished, and the villagers quickly turned on him in hopes of channeling the anger of the local nobility away from themselves and onto this mysterious rogue who rampaged through the forest, claiming that they had no knowledge of who he was, nor did they ever claim to be thankful for his help in preserving the village. Even though the people he vowed to help turned on him, he continued to protect and assist them from the shadows. With every poisoning, every ambush, his reputation as a coward and criminal grew, despite his honorable intentions. After 2 years of almost constant fighting, he was eventually betrayed and assassinated by one of the local lords whose ire he had raised. It was this young man who fought so that others could lead the quiet life he dreamed of, that joined the ranks of legendary souls found worthy to fight in the Holy Grail Wars. Brave Sir Robin. And that's one more master down in this war. Let's save. Dead End Overture.
繁栄のための決断。その行為は野蛮ではあるが、否定することもまたできない。 死の淵でこそ得るものもあるだろう。
And this is an elimination tournament, so we're not killing off every single master. That being said, all of a sudden, the hairs on the back of my neck rise. I'm overtaken by an eerie chill. I don't even have time to call my servant or to brace myself. I'm flung backward as if by an invisible hand. There's a wall behind. I'm going to crash! Where am I? Instead of colliding with a wall, I suddenly find myself in unfamiliar surroundings. My head is spinning trying to keep up, but it seems like I was somehow teleported elsewhere. Wait, I'm getting deja vu. This is the Colosseum that was used twice. The details are different, but the framework is the same. If this really is the Colosseum, there must be an enemy nearby. My thoughts freeze and my breath hitches when I finally realize this. It's him. When I look around, I see a sinister man with piercing eyes who's wearing clothing that looks aflame. I go numb with fear. He intends to kill me, that much is unmistakable. He's like death personified. I've only heard of assassins, but I have no doubt he is one. If I take my eyes off of him for 1 second, I'm a goner.
魔術師とはいえ、ここまで非力ではデクにも劣ろう。ウをくびり殺すのも飽きた。多少の手応えが欲しいところだが。小僧、お主はどうかな
Oh, a spirited one. I'm glad you came this way, boy. What a shame. We've run out of time. The system's limits have saved your life. Hopefully, we'll fight again someday. I'm looking forward to it.
I realize I'm standing where I was originally. But I'm not out of the woods yet. Things are still pretty bizarre. Even though the hallway looks normal, there's an ominous weight to the air.
How did someone like you manage to evade that?
Without a sound, the black-clad teacher appears just a few meters in front of me. Sinister eyes from under a mop of black hair direct a piercing gaze my way.
I thought you were just small fry. Maybe you have a superior servant, or hidden abilities. Either way, you managed to survive the demon's fist.
The man's aura changes. It sharpens, honing into a point as if it were a wicked blade, one directed straight at me.
It's ideal to dispatch you here.
He's looking at my neck. A bead of sweat drips off my chin. He takes a step toward me. Aha! You're the psychopath who's been killing masters after school. I thought so. The girl in red clothes appeared out of a classroom where none should have been.
Kisama.
Rin Tosaka.
My reputation precedes me. I see the intelligence network of the Harway Foundation has been busy. Although I'm pretty hard to miss. You tell me, Julius Burkiss Harway, since you're from the Foundation's counterterrorism unit.
Kuzuki answers to the name of Julius and smiles thinly.
It's risky of you to save an enemy. Do you intend to make this boy your ally?
How absurd. They've got nothing to do with this. In fact, why haven't you killed them yet?
I'll be laughing when you end up stabbed in the back, terrorist.
A terrorist! A cruel smile plays over his lips as he continues walking toward the end of the hallway. He sent a cold glance my way.
So, you're called Hakuno. I shall remember this.
His predatory pupils still trained on me, the man disappears into the walls as if melting away.
So he's been hacking the system's character profiles to his heart's content, I see. With an unscrupulous enemy like that, I better be on my guard at all times in the school.
The girl starts talking to herself after the man has faded away. Then she turns toward me. She has a cold look in her eyes, not all that different from that look in Julius's eyes.
What's with that look? I didn't come to save you. I wanted to say hello to the Harway's assassin. You're my enemy too. It's not like I care if you died now or anything, baka. I'm impressed you made it past the second round. I didn't think you had it in you. I mean, you've kind of had a rough time of it. That's why I... what am I saying? Later then. Be careful not to lose the life that just got saved for you in the third round.
The girl smiles briefly before rushing off. Let's save.